Abusia nsɛm bi etwago ɛwɔ social media no so. NDC ho nsɛm bi ɛkɔ so ahyɛ sɛ ɔsɛ yɛde brɛm na nyina yɛtie nsɛm a ɛkɔ so. Na yɛntie nsɛm a ɛkɔ so no.
And let's deal with it. So tonight we are celebrating this truth. We are celebrating truth. And we're also celebrating a glorious 60th anniversary of a story that we want to emulate. Ata Kyea, welcome to the studio.
Thank you, my brother. And
it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Same here.
You're a great man. Tell us about this God that you continually serve.
Well, I think that there's a statement from the Bible says that only with your eyes will you behold the reward of the wicked. You see, because people take some of these matters for granted. How come somebody with political ambitions go and hire people to package such filth concerning me and then petition the special public prosecutor?
Do you know what the person who paid?
I mean, it's coming out. Because, you see, if you pay regard to what the special prosecutor said in his report, the half-year report, this is what he said. And that is very, very important for you to know. The complainer admitted that he filed a complaint without any basis and that he was paid to fabricate the content of the complaint. The consideration was 30,000 Ghana cedis. It's all there. Yes.
You told the special prosecutor?
Of course.
He was paid 30,000 Ghana cedis?
Yes. The complainant, that was the high. Whether it was paid and how he has confessed, we'll see all that. The complainant has accomplices under investigation for filing the complaint with a singular aim of tarnishing the reputation of the respondent, my good son. But bear in mind, one guy who is in cahoots with the petitioner is the Lakofi, the famous Lakofi. This is
I'm a friend, the journalist.
I don't know whether it's a journalist. This is a whole, notice of wanted person, which was put out by the special prosecutor, lawyer Akufo Addo Ata Kyea, on the 6th of June 2020, and it's talking about the charges. Corruption and corruption-related offenses, forgery of official document. As a matter of fact, it has become very clear that the letterhead of the special prosecutor was forged, his signature was forged, so that they'll go and see the paymaster to induce him to pay more that, they are really working, and the special prosecutor is pursuing an attachment. So this is a painful dimension to the case. But my chief concern, is that, you see, this Daniel Amponi put together a very anemic petition. And if you have any sense of arithmetic, have caused financial loss to the state in the sum of $49.2 billion.
Yeah, that's serious. That's the total GDP of Ghana.
What's the total GDP of Ghana? But what is painful is that he was able to commandeer the services of some funny newspapers. And they were just doing like a conveyor belt analysis, the kind of thing that you do here and you get in trouble, no analysis. So look at this newspaper. They published in the front page Akufo Addo's brother dragged before special prosecutor. And then another one also followed, the Daily Democrat, Ata Kyea hot, dragged to special prosecutor. And then the Inside, Ata Kyea dragged to special prosecutor, all front page. And then the Daily Guide.
The
Daily Guide.
Yeah, that's on the screen over there.
Yeah, if you see how Otumfuo and the Minister for Lands are doing serious business, it didn't capture their attention. But this sleazy article, you see,
Ata Kyea.
Yeah, probe Ata Kyea, and then which lacks internal inconsistency, that how come? Why didn't you even check whether the whole GDP of Ghana for 10 years will amount to $49.2 billion? And then why couldn't you check from the Hansard as to whether or not even some of these things have come there? If you are a minister and want to commit the government, you do your proper memo to cabinet. You will receive executive approval if the whole cabinet does not say the president approves it, or you receive the cabinet approval. Then it's ferried to Parliament for them to look at it, the appropriate committee, before it comes back for debate and is approved. But none of these things have taken place. So how can anybody surmise or even imagine that, of course, financial loss is the state? I've never seen anything wicked in this orientation more than this, conspiracy to defame me. I guess what has happened, now we have it on record that there's a paymaster, is interested in my seat, and he's gotten these...
Oh, your seat in...
Oh, certainly. It's going to come out. I don't want to prejudge what the special prosecutor is going to do, because the special prosecutor has said he's investigating accomplices. All the accomplices will come out of their holes, and we'll see that in this nation, let's have decency.
Just Ata Kyea is in the Bofua, just all three M&A friends saying, Obi penny sitting, or say, I'm off for the same goodness, or say, Scabia fan in Sassania the Adi, or say, Munyan Quasem. No, answer is canoe crab, bidding in some. Just a far process be brim, or no crown, no scanning beer medin in Saya, just say, Ghana for new Bisha Sia, paymaster Bisha Sia. Oh, this house and phone. I will choose kama if it's a newspapers near the idea of publicity, false news. I say, Munya Quasia Seminole, no, the Munina Mema Quasia Japan, no, I shall Seminole. Yinti Ata Kyea.
If you are interested in somebody's seat, this is not the way to go.
And even a seat you contest for it.
It's a disgrace that's come with that. So this is the first vindication, but the real vindication is that people should be held before the criminal court.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe so.
But I'm not going to rest on this matter.
No, you shouldn't.
No. And the newspapers who are refusing.
But how did you deal with it when it was going on? What did you tell your wife? How did you deal with it?
Oh, my wife knows that I've not earned a coin from such a, if you like, improvised nonsense. How can that be?
What about your deputy ministers at the time? Did they tell you that where is this coming from?
Well, everybody was worried. As a matter of fact, the president was concerned.
He asked
because if you care to know, this publication from Daily Guide, you see, coincided with our National Delegates Conference in Kumasi.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so when I was going to greet the president on stage, he whispered to me that, come and see me.
I see.
I went to the president, and he said, where is this thing coming from? I was like, president, I don't know, but I'll fish out the evil person. And that's how I became very, very concerned that I'm going to go to the bottom of this matter and find out who is interested in my disgrace. And as to whether or not my disgrace will be to his political credit. You will see, he is tainted. At the end of the day, he'll be tainted, maybe what he's looking for, he might never get. But this is where we are with the matter. And there I sit, vindicated. The petition was so poor in orientation that special prosecutor said, no, I wouldn't waste my energies on such a banal, useless, commercial, mercenary.
My last question is that, why did they tell Bishop prosecutor that he can just withdraw the petition? Why did he say, oh, I was paid? Why did he say that?
Well, sometimes the weight of guilt.
Yes.
Yeah, for example, you are in this studio doing some serious business. If somebody has the menswear that in disgracing Paul Ademotre will become significant, and then he throws all the filth, by the end of the day, you are sitting pretty. He will not be able to sleep in his bed because they've not used some of the communist inferior tactics to force out the confession. So you are asking, why did the confession come out?
That must be God.
It's God working. Because
isn't the God of Daniel the same one that you are saying?
It's the same God.
Dr. Duchu is here, and I'm sure people are very interested in education, so we're moving on to that. But put up the photograph of, I hear you are pushing for this ticket, so it's going to come on the TV. The photograph of the two politicians that we talked about, running mate and his vice. This is about the MPP contest for leadership after Akufo Addo, which is coming for the 2024. I hear this is your ticket. Yeah, Haji Mahama Baumia number one,
yes,
and Elijah Martin the running mate.
Perfect combination.
You mean there should be no Congress?
Why should there be a Congress?
What are you talking about? When the MPP has a tradition. Keep the photograph there.
What is the tradition? When you have a sense of President Akufo's time, 17 people in a beauty contest.
Well, that has changed. The laws have changed that to 5.
I'm telling you that it doesn't matter at all, because at the end of the day, if you put together this umbrellas competition and they sink millions of cities in the competition, you find that the